Hi there everybody, my name is Andy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I usually talk about sex education videos on this channel, which is a really good reason to stick around. But this week is going to be a bit different. I'm going to be trying out Kegels this week. And you might ask, what are Kegels? Which, you know, probably a reasonable question to ask. Kegels are pelvic floor exercises, and for those people who have been undergone some surgery on their abdominal region, perhaps they've had gallbladder surgery, that kind of thing, then they're really useful for controlling your peeing, basically. Really good for your really good for controlling urination, because obviously incontinence is not fun at all. But building up the muscles, basically, which hold it in, is really important. Because you might think that's a bit an odd video to do, isn't it? They're actually really good for orgasms. You have much better orgasms. And for people with penises, they mean that you can maintain your erection. It's because your pelvic floor muscles are the things that keep it there, amongst other things, but it certainly helps. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be trying this out for a week. So with Kegel exercises, you're supposed to do them 3 times every single day, and you're supposed to do 10 contractions every single time. So to find your pelvic floor muscles, for men in particular, if when you're urinating you want to stop that flow, you need to contract some muscles. So you need to kind of work out what's going on mid-flow and stop yourself. And those are the muscles which you need to engage. The good news is that you can do these exercises anywhere. You can do them while you're watching telly, while you are at work, while you're in bed in the morning before you get up. And the thing is actually, obviously the exercises themselves are really easy. It's remembering that you need to do them in the first place. So that's where an app comes in on your phone. So I've got this app called Squeezy, and it's from the NHS. It's an NHS app, and basically the idea is that you set up your exercise plan. So I tapped on exercise plan there. So I've already set this up to be 3 times a day, got the reminders on, and the reminder settings are at 8:30 AM, 3 PM and 7 PM. So 8:30 AM is just when I get up in the morning, 3 PM obviously I'm at work at that time, and 7 PM I've just got home in the evening. So it's a little bit after 7 o'clock right now, and I've got a reminder here. It says, it's time for your 7 PM squeeze. It's great, isn't it? Okay. So let's do that, shall we? Press play to start. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to sit down. Because you can do these literally anywhere. So let's see. Press play to start. So it should. Right, get ready. Okay. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe normally, by the way. You don't hold your breath, and relax. Right. We'll do one or more of those, because otherwise it's going to get very boring for you. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Still squeeze. So you do this for like 10 seconds and relax for 10 seconds. It's really good. Really good. Don't clench your buttocks. Don't kind of pull your stomach in or anything like that. It's your muscles internally. So you're supposed to do 10 of these that last 10 seconds, then relax for 10 seconds, and then you'll do some quick ones. Okay, so that's 10 of those. So these are really good. So this is going to be some quick ones now. So here we go. It goes Ready? And ooh, 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 ooh. Sound effects are optional, by the way. Look at these. And there we go. You record this so it tells you you've done them. You put any notes in. So I'm going to say first time. Great. Next exercise due tomorrow, 8:30 AM. It's Sunday night, by the way, so you're going to be following me throughout the whole week. We're not going to vlog every single one of them. Let's see how I'm going to do. Good morning. So I've had another reminder to do my Kegel exercises, so why don't we follow those? Like I say, you can do these before getting up in the morning. So I've got to look at my screen at the same time. It's like, oh, it's crazy. So I forgot to say this app is like £2.99. I actually got a voucher on Google's App Store, so and it cost me 99p, but £2.99. Okay, and now for the quick ones. There we go, nice and easy. Oh, right, so I'm back from work. It's a little after 7 o'clock. I've just got a notification on my phone telling me I need to do my exercises. I'll do those in just a minute. I just wanted to say that this app from the NHS is, well, it's one of two. There's two apps, one for men, which is the one I've got. It says Squeezy for Men. That's how they're describing it. And one just called Squeezy, which I assume is for not men. So basically this one is for people with penises and the other one is for people who haven't. Now I'm not about to download the other one to see what the difference is, but I suspect that it's basically the instructions. So it's mostly the same muscles in people assigned female at birth as well as people assigned male at birth, but I suppose there are some differences. There are some different reasons why you might want to do these abdominal exercises, so pelvic floor exercises, I should say. And you know, it's interesting, isn't it? I wonder, maybe I'll find out during the rest of the week why there's two versions of it. I suppose I better do them, hadn't I? By the way, while this is happening, I've got to look at the screen at the same time. So this afternoon, I had a meeting at the time that the notification came through, but went back to my desk after the meeting and sat and just did them there. Put the phone on the desk, looked at the phone, and just did them while I was doing work. This is quite distracting, actually. Leave me to it. I'll come back to you tomorrow. Hi, so it's Wednesday night and all my trains are cancelled. The good news is that actually gives me a chance to do my exercises because you can do them anywhere. You can do them absolutely anywhere, which is amazing. So let's do that now, shall we? Open the app and go. Easy, isn't it? Tick-tock. This is the thing, you don't have to do them inside or on your desk. You can do them literally anywhere. I did them sat on the tube this morning because I didn't have enough time to look at the app while I was at home, so it was a great time. Really, really easy, actually, really easy. I do actually have to catch a train at some point, but I'll have to work out when that is. So, yeah, great. So we've got to the end of the week. I've been using the Squeezy app for the whole week, and it's actually been really, really useful. It reminds you obviously when your exercises are. It helps you do the exercises, does the counting for you, because that's not, it's not an easy thing to count up to 10 and remember how many times you've done it and so forth. So it's really good for that. And I found it really, really good. I paid 99p for it because I had a voucher, but $2.99 is not a terrible price. So I followed a standard routine where you squeeze 10 times in each go, for 10 seconds each. But you can have it set by a specialist to do what. So if you've been and had surgery, or there's some other reason why you've had to go see a specialist, and you've got this app, then they can set a specialist exercise routine for you. And I find that a really good idea, actually, because it avoids you having to see a doctor a lot, or forgetting to do stuff, or doing it wrong. They set it for you in the app, and you just follow what the app does. Now, have I noticed any difference? Not so much, but I'm a healthy young person who hasn't had any surgeries, and therefore is likely to have a decent pelvic floor. I do relatively good exercise. I walk around, I play some sport sometimes. So the likelihood is that my pelvic floor is probably fine. But that doesn't mean that doing the exercises is useless, because the stronger that you keep your pelvic floor, if I do happen to need any surgeries or the rest of it, the easier it will be to recover afterwards. And by continuing the exercises, there may be untold benefits which I don't know about yet. A week obviously isn't that long a time to be exercising a muscle. You need to be doing it for months before it behaves how you would want it to. And your pelvic floor muscle isn't any different, is it? So I understand that, I might have to continue this for at least a month or two before I see any noticeable benefits to me. On the other hand, it might be just worth it to keep where I am now. So I said a bit earlier in the week that there was two versions of the app, one for men and one for women. There's actually a third version, and it's for people with cystic fibrosis. Clearly, and I haven't looked into it too much, but clearly there's another kind of recommended way of doing these exercises if you have cystic fibrosis. Obviously, it's not so easy if you've got CF to do those exercises. So that's probably what it's for. The reason why there's an app for men, people with penises, and people who haven't got penises for women, that's because there is different ways and different parts of your pelvic floor that you need to exercise. So in the instructions, in the bit, because there's a bit that tells you exactly what you need to do and how you find your pelvic floor muscles, there's a difference. Now I haven't seen what it is in the women's one because I haven't downloaded the app. I haven't paid an extra £2.99, but that's why there's two different apps. But the timings themselves are exactly the same. The way you set the app up, the way that the exercises are done and you follow them are the same. So if you are more likely to download the other one, it's just called Squeezy. If you're more likely to download the other one, more likely it's useful for you, then it works in the same way. I don't know if any of you guys have tried this app out. Let me know what you think. You can do that in the comments just down below. Tell me why. You can do that in the comments. I usually do sex education videos every single week, which is a great reason to subscribe, and you can hit the little bell icon to be notified of when I upload next, and give the video a thumbs up. Do that just down below, and I will therefore see you next time. Bye-bye.